gosh.
Welcome to the F-150 campaign tour. We are here, Gladstone, this community
the heart
center.
Of Gladstone, yep.
We're at a community center right now, and there's probably the line is out the door and around the block to early vote.
About
and
an hour wait is what I'm hearing from
It's
folks.
like 11 o'clock.
On a Monday.
It's not even like it's lunch hour, really. I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah, and it's been like this since early voting started last Tuesday. So it's absolutely amazing to see the turnout right now. Again, just the enthusiasm. People are so excited to vote. What's nice about the early voting is that you have flexibility in your schedule. So if, the wait is going to be an hour on election day, it's just nice to be able to pick that time when you're going to wait that hour. So pretty impressive.
It's what folks want to do.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I honestly think Republicans that have been stifling this, to me, it is unfair, and I'm not here to take up for city people. However, I think it's totally unfair that if you have kids and a job, you don't have 3 hours to go vote. You've got a half hour.
Yep.
And if you don't allow people to vote within a half hour, it's really disenfranchising people. I mean, in a real sense. And I know in the cities it's the same way, but I just think there's no reason that you can't figure out how to let folks come in sometime over a couple week period and vote. I think
Saturday voting,
thing.
I think, is an awesome thing. So we had our early voting sites were open on Saturday from 8 to 5. How awesome was it for so many families to go out as a family and vote? I mean, that was a really cool thing to see. So I love being out here saying hi to folks as they come up to vote. And
you knew like 3/4 of them. That was kind of cool. The part I was
I've
watching.
knocked on most of their doors. And so they've said, "Gosh, Maggie,"
they're probably like, "Oh, that's the lady that's come to our door twice."
Yes, and they said last time I saw you, it was June, 100 degrees, and you were out there. And I said, this is what it's all about for me. I love this part of the campaign.
When you're knocking on doors, when you're talking to people here, what are they saying? What's on their minds?
Well, first of all, they're excited to vote for Democrats. They really are. I mean, this is, as you know, Scott, Senate District 17. I mean, it has an incredible legacy. I think back to when I was at the state capitol meeting with my senator, Senator Ed Quick. I have great respect for him. You talk about an absolute statesman. What's awesome right now is, this is the seat that Lauren flipped with tremendous amount of work.
And even Ryan Silvey, was a real public servant.
Oh, of course. And I think just because of his pro-labor background, he had tremendous support here. And then, Lauren flipped that in 2018. I think based on redistricting, these numbers look really good for us right now.
Well, in that district, because of the growth, it gets smaller, right? It contracts down in the corner.
Yeah, it cut off the entire city of Liberty. I still have a lot of the Liberty School District on that Kansas City side, but it did cut out the city of Liberty. And what we saw in 2022 is that Trudy Bush Valentine won this state Senate district with 54% of the vote.
Wow.
So when I got into this race, I wasn't going to take anything for granted. I didn't know who my opponent was going to be, but I got out there. I started raising the money. I started knocking on the doors to get our message out. And that's why I think we're going to be in good shape on the evening of November 5th.
Yours is a terrific example of why when you're recruiting candidates, now you'll be the person asking folks to run for state senate, get out and do your work, because you don't know when a Jerry Nolte at the last minute comes in files and takes a seat that you're about to walk into.
We had absolutely no idea. I had no idea Jerry planned to file until I saw him there at the Secretary of State's office on filing day. So truly, you got to be ready for anything. And like I said, I never took anything for granted in this race. I raised the money, but most importantly to me, it's not even that. It's getting out and meeting folks. So being there at their doorstep, and so many folks that I've talking to on this line who are coming to vote today said, Maggie, I remember when you were out here in still in your winter coat. And look at us today, right? So it's been pretty awesome.
It is awesome to see your things come together. It is really cool to see all the people in line to vote here at this community center. It is really inspiring. And I know it's like that in other parts of the state, but when you actually come up to a place you've never been before and you see people stretched all the way around the building to vote, that is a cool thing. So what are you going to spend the last week here working on?
So I'll be here every day. I want to stop by the polls and thank voters for coming out, and then I'm knocking doors still. So I'm out there talking to still those persuadable voters that we really don't know where they are. We've visited some of these households 2 or 3 times and we still haven't got an answer from folks, or the first time they said, hey, let me take a look at your information, I'm going to consider. I have been out here in the last weekend and still had folks that said, because you showed up at my door, Maggie, I'm going to vote for you. So it does happen. This is a purple area. People want to be able to put a name with a face, but most importantly, talk to you about, these are the issues that matter to me. Where do you stand on these things? So it's not, sometimes the typical stuff that goes on a campaign flyer or in a commercial, but they have real questions and concerns and they want to know where I'm going to be. And so I can't say enough about that direct voter engagement, and I'll keep doing that until truly the night of November 5th.
Well, sometimes I say, well, I've taken too much of your time. Let me get back to doing something. And I know this candidate's really not really going to go shake hands and do doors. I'm actually going to drop her off right up here at the foot of this line to talk to her. So we're going to let you get back at it. Representative, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for visiting Clay County. And remember, folks, vote by November 5th. Check with your local election board and see where your early voting site is.
I'm just kidding.
November 5th. November 5th. Vote by November 5th. 7 p.m., folks. Make your plan if you haven't to get out and vote.
And thanks to the Farm Bureau for letting us come to places like this terrific community center and see folks voting. We'll see you out there on the trail.
Well, we're coming to your city.